Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Noob Developer, your go-to channel for all things about Android development. In today's video, we are going to see how we're gonna create this UI. You can see on the screen using FlowRow and filter chips. Okay, so for that purpose, first to create a composable function. Just I'm gonna name it as UI screen interests. Just create this composable function. So add composable annotation, then the simple UI screen interests. This function is gonna have some things, and this is the list, actually hobby list. So these are the items which I'm gonna put in the FlowRow. Simple. We have the composable function, we have the whole screen. Now I'm gonna create a variable here, val list is equals to hobby list. So the hobby list function is gonna return us the list of the hobbies we have in the list. Okay, now I'm gonna create a box. Just have this modifier dot fill max size. Then I'm gonna have certain content alignment, and this gonna alignment dot center, and that's it. Now inside this I'm gonna create call the function which is UI interest screen interest using FlowRow. Now just call this function. So I'm gonna create a new function composable which is fun UI screen interest using FlowRow. So how I'm gonna create this, and so just need to pass the list here and create a parameter here, so which is list of type list of string. Now inside this the FlowRow just and FlowRow requires us to opt-in annotated with opt-in experimental layout UI, and inside this you just need to we have the list, so list dot for each, and it is a it, so let's label it as it. Now if I run this app, let me show you how it's gonna look like in the app, on this app screen, actually how it's gonna look like. So you can see this is just showing the text all around flow. That's not looking good actually. Let me have some things. So I'm gonna change the modifier here and modifier dot padding which is 10.tp. Now let's run this again and see if it you're gonna change something or not. So this you can see now it is looking some lot good actually, and yeah, that's it. Now we want it to be as a filter chip, okay, chip layout basically. So how we gonna create the chip layout? So inside this list dot for each I'm gonna create a filter chip. So filter chip, and actually before creating the filter chip I'm gonna introduce you with the FlowRow functions. So FlowRow has one function 5 options which is modifier, horizontal arrangement, vertical arrangement, max items in each row, content. So horizontal arrangement and vertical arrangement you already know. By modifier you can change the each item of the FlowRow, basically the modifier. So whole FlowRow can be customized by using this modifier. Okay, now max items in each row. So in each row you can tell the FlowRow that you just need to keep 4 items in every row, max to max 4 items. Minimum you can as per the options. Okay, some option can be the big, some option can be the smaller, so that changes the UI. We can put here max items in row. Let's put it 3 and run it and see if it's gonna do something else. You can see it is less clearly, but now here the thing is it is not scrollable. If I scroll up and down, it is not scrollable. Okay, so you need to provide some scrollability. So how we gonna make it scrollable? By using the modifier. So modifier has some things, that is modifier dot scroll. Now scrollable, it can become scrollable, it can become vertical scroll, it can become horizontal scroll. So I need it to be vertical scroll. So vertical scroll state, and the scroll state is the initial one, that is 0. And now if I run this and see, now if I run this again, it will become scrollable. So let's run this and now you can see this is scrollable now. Okay, this is scrollable. Now make it as chip and see. So filter chip is something I'm gonna use in this. So filter chip has 3 options which we need to implement, which are necessary to implement. Basically selected, so here you need to provide whether the chip is selected or not. On the click of certain chip, what is gonna happen? Label, it's the thing where you can put any composable of any type, like you can put text. If I put this as it is, let's remove this as, and I'm gonna make it as true, and inside this label I'm gonna put text. Okay, and it also requires something, so let's implement this. Now if I run this, you can see this is it. This is something good. Okay, it is looking good, but the spacing is not up to the mark. Okay, so the chips are not up to the mark. So how we gonna make it that the filter chip is, let's see, filter chip has modifier here, label, on click, selected, leading icon, trailing icon, shape, color, elevation, border, interaction source, everything. So we can use modifier here, and modifier equals to modifier dot padding 5.dp. Now if I run this, can I increase the padding here? Let's see. So now it is looking fine. Okay, now we need to provide the behavior of selection. So whenever the user selects something, there should be some change. So for that purpose we need to create a temp list. And what is the temp list? So basically where selected list, so selected list equals to remember mutable state list of. Okay, so first item is selected by default. You can put empty or something, null or something. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the selected list in this, and on option selected. So and I'm gonna implement this here. So let's have this selected list of type snapshot state list of type string. Okay, and then on option selected, it will take a string and provide the unit. Okay, so now whenever someone clicks, what will gonna happen? It's gonna happen like if whenever something will happen, on option selected, just provide the it here. That means the string value which we have, and where is the selected? So on click, this is gonna happen. Label is text here, selected. So just need to check if selected list it in selected list, that's it. If it is in selected list, then it is true. If it is not, then it is false. Simple. There's no change, I guess. And if it in selected list, then selected list dot remove it, else selected list dot add it. Now if I run this app and see, let's see the result here. So you can see the screen here. We have one selected item and other things are not selected. The border is white, and for every item, now you can see we have multiple selected items. And if we click double, like I select gymnastics here, and if I click on gymnastics again, it will unselect the gymnastics. Now you can change colors also, and the border, you can change border also. Let me show you how we gonna change colors. So colors is equals to filter chip defaults dot filter chip colors. Now if I show you the colors, you can see here it is the of selectable chip colors, and by default it is filter chip defaults dot filter chip colors. And filter chip colors by default have container color as color dot transparent, label color has unselectable selected, label text color dot to color, icon color disable, container color everything selectable, label color selected, trailing color, icon color. You have some we have all of these by default, but we can change or we can override those values. Like container color I can make as container dot blue, and selected container color make it as color dot black. Okay, and that's it, I guess. And by border we can also change the border here. How we gonna change the border? So filter chip borders, and border have some things like border color. We can change border color as have yellow, selected border color have, let's have as color dot red. Then border width, which is I'm gonna have 1.dp, selected border width 2.dp. Now if we run this app, we can see, so this is how it's gonna look like. So you can see yellow border with blue as, and the selected item 90s kit has red border with 2 dp width and black as background. Now if you select any other item, you can see everything is changing. Now it is scrollable also. Now there is a problem, okay, and this problem I'm not gonna solve in this video actually, and this is the challenge. Whenever I click on something that is bottom, it will scroll us to the top of the list. Okay, why it is happening, I'm gonna tell you also. So whenever I click on something on any chip, it will recompose it. The recomposition happens for this particular composable function. So and then it will scroll down us to the 0 initial position, because the scroll state is the 0 here. So we can create something like the variable which stores the scroll state, and whenever the recomposition happens, the value should will not change, and it keeps the value, and it will lead us to that particular position. And so that can be the solution, but I want you guys to find the solution and tell me in the comments like that is the solution for this particular problem. So yeah, this is it for this video. If you like this video, click like button. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow developers. Have questions or want to share your thoughts, drop a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to help. Stay connected with us on social media for the latest updates. Follow me on Instagram and Threads, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. Thank you for tuning in today, and as always, keep coding, keep exploring, keep building amazing things. Until next time, see you in the next video.